mitigate my risk. I have to hedge myself. I have to have another source of income coming in. So I started investing actually in the stock market at 17. I was in a college class. Finance professor was like, "Hey man, you should invest in the stock market." I didn't think about it too much. I did it consistently every month over month. Invested, let it compound. But it wasn't until I was like 24 when 2007, like the housing market was crashing, banks were shutting down. It was like everybody was freaking out, and I was like, man, I gotta do something else. I have to mitigate my risk. I have to hedge myself. I have to have another source of income coming in. So I started buying investment properties. The first one was like $45,000. We bought it, put about $10,000 to $15,000 into it to get it ready to lease. And before we even made our first payment on the house, we had a tenant paying us rent with security deposit, ready to lease it. And from that moment, I was like, man, is it really this easy? Like, that didn't seem that difficult. This is definitely a repeatable process, something that we could do over and over again. So after learning how to make hundreds of dollars per month by getting rental income, you learn that over time those homes go up in value, right? And then they appreciate. So you sell it at a different point in the market and you make tens of thousands of dollars, right, from selling the property. So we went from hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars, right? So then we started saying, okay, well, the school has to be large enough. It has to be even bigger. So we took all of these little single families and we sold them all off, and we said, hey, we're going to buy a bunch of land and we're going to develop it and then build a bunch of homes at one time. And our tens of thousands of dollars are going to turn into millions of dollars, right? So we did that, and that worked out pretty well for us. So when investing, we look at it as like, now it's got to be a minimum of like, let's say $500,000 in scope return for it to even be something we even will consider. So we have to be very careful with our time and our resources now, because they're limited. We don't have unlimited resources, so we have to pick a good project with a lot of scope in order for us to want to invest in it.